Microphone check. 1 2 1 2. Check, 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 check. Let's see if the stream is alive. Go to my YouTube page and take a look. And yes, it appears to be streaming live. So, welcome to a delayed late night stream of Shantae and the Pirate's Curse, returning to one of my favorite games for a relaxing Saturday night stream. I am your host, Mr. MegaManFan. Sometimes I pull out a new limited run game for LRG Saturday nights, but it's been a long day, a bit of a wild roller coaster of a day, so I decided tonight I'm just gonna go back to a classic and enjoy it for a little while. As you can see, we're already 29% of the way through the game from the last stream, so we will pick it up from there, see how much progress I can make in the next hour or two, depending on how long I choose to play. Hour to an hour and a half seems to be about my usual max length. And of course, if you have any comments, you can leave them in the chat here, or you can always tweet me at Mr. MegaManFan. MrMegamanFan is the Twitter handle to use. I'm also on Tumblr under the same handle, MrMegaManFan.tumblr.com. So you can always check me out there. I share my streams on that when they go up in replay or segmented form. And haven't chaptered out any of my live streams for a little bit, so I'll have to get to work on that sometime here in the near future and perhaps share some chapters from my last Shantae stream. And then once I'm caught up with that, I can always switch to sharing some from this stream. My cat Tango is sitting here with me right now, although I think he's tired of hearing me jibber jabber, so he just jumped down to the floor. That's alright, Tango, I understand. Seems like I've gotten most of the treasures here. Not sure if there's anything left in this particular section for me to do. Maybe there's a boss fight. I'll just go ahead and look around and see if I can determine that for certain. If not, then I'll exit out and we'll move on to the next area. And of course I can pick up whatever treasures are available. Or whatever health in that case. A few coins there, that never hurts. Oh, ouch. Double ouch. I always forget about those ceiling tiles falling on you. I really shouldn't forget that they're there. Nice feedback on the controller for the PlayStation 4 version. When those things explode, you actually get a little bit of rumbling as sensory response to it. Not the big skeletons, but these tiny little ones that are crawling around on the floor down there. When those blow up, you get a little bit of a feedback to let you know about it. Just like you also get a little feedback when you get hit by the ceiling tile dropping on your head. Yeah, I get the feeling I must have cleared this area out. Let me take a look at the map. Let's see. Oh, there's how I access it. I always forget because I used to play this on the Wii U, so the controls are a little bit different on PS4. Well, it looks like I must have a boss fight yet to do because there's upper sections that haven't been cleared and a lower section that I also need to clear, which I probably couldn't clear until I had Risky's pirate hat, which lets you sail over large gaps. So I'm going to start by working my way down before I work my way up, because the boss fight will definitely be up at the top. Alright, let's close this menu and drop down. Yep, that makes sense now because we got to activate this machine, so there's several different things we have to light up, several different electricity switches that we have to turn on before it works. Oh, I must have picked that one up too. Oh boy, I think Tango just used his box. And I can't get up to clean it during the live stream, so if he made a stink, I'm just gonna have to live with that for the next however long I'm on until I'm done. Joy. Be nice to pick up some hearts here somewhere. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Yep, this is one of those areas where you have to sail across with the hat. And of course you gotta watch out for these spitters. There's a switch. Alright, one down and probably two more to go. Yep, so I'm thinking probably work my way to the left and up, unless there's something that prevents me from going up on that left side. And I think the third switch is in that right segment that's almost directly above where I am right now. So let's do that. I do find it's a little easier to control this with a PS4 controller than the Wii U gamepad. Not that I'm saying it wasn't playable that way, but generally when I was playing it I would use the Pro controller because I found it much easier to handle compared to the Wii U's gamepad. I'm always annoyed when games don't support the Pro controller. It's kind of like, why did you even make it? You know, like, I understand certain games you need to use the touchpad because you've got to look at that bottom screen and make movements that combine in whatever way that they want to work with the top screen or the TV screen, but there's other games where it's like, oh come on, you're a platforming game. There's no reason for me to be looking at a second screen right now except for inventory maybe. So it's just, that's when it's like, okay, really? Sorry if I'm just ranting here, going on a little bit of a tirade about the Wii U, which is actually a system that I really love. In fact, I just picked up the wonderful 101 today for that very system I'm talking about. I found it at a GameStop. The members price was like $8.99. It was $9.99 regular, $8.99 members price. I checked the case and it was complete with the instructions and everything. I also made sure to do a comparison to a complete copy online using my phone just to make sure. And once I was satisfied that it was completely complete, I cashed in a reward certificate with about 4,000 points I had accrued, and so I got the wonderful 101 for just about $5. In fact, I think it was $4.80 because I got $15 in change. Alright, working my way up and over here. See if there's anything in that. See if there's anything in that. Watch out for ceiling tiles. Yeah, I could see that they were going to drop that time. I was prepared for it. Oh. That led me all the way out. That isn't what I intended to do. So I guess that's not the way to work my way over. But maybe I can pick up a few hearts on my way back down. Let's look at that map again. So, let's see. How am I going to get above where I am right now? Or can I even get above where I am right now? It may be that I have to hit all three of those switches to activate the fan, because then the fan will carry me up to the upper boss. That's my memory of it. I could be wrong. I don't think I'm wrong. But let's solve that puzzle together. So the reason the stream was a little later tonight than usual is because, as I mentioned earlier, several things came up that I wasn't expecting. Like, I was going to pick up a console that I had being worked on in the afternoon, but the person who was working on it got unexpectedly called into work and wasn't home when I was planning to get it from him. So I ended up having to actually get it from him this evening. And that turned into a little bit of rigmarole, but I'm not holding it against him that he got called into work. Those things happen. So, no harm, no foul there. But then after running around and doing all that, I wanted to sit and unwind for a little bit. So, I turned on the PS4, and instead of streaming, I watched UFC on ESPN Plus fights from Nashville, which, if you are watching a segmented chapter of this live stream, that should date this particular episode you're watching, because the card in Nashville was headlined by Stephen Wonderboy Thompson versus Showtime Anthony Pettis. Pettis making his move up to welterweight for this fight, and in doing so, he knocked the heck out of Wonderboy with a Superman punch coming off the fence. Like, dropped him so badly that Wonderboy did not get up for at least a couple of minutes. That was a monumental upset and a very successful debut in the weight class for Mr. Showtime Anthony Pettis. So, congratulations to him having a career, what do you want to call it, rebirth, resurgence at this point. I think moving up to welterweight is probably going to have proved to have been a good decision for him. So, let's see. I'm thinking I really do have to activate all the switches or I'm not going to get any further here. So, just going to play it by ear and see if I can find all of those switches. Might check the map periodically just to make sure I'm doing the right things, because I've been here before, but obviously I didn't go far enough when I was here the last time. So I'll have to figure out how to get to the other areas that I haven't previously gotten to. At least going in and out reset most of the clay pots, so I'm actually picking up a little health as I do this. obviously I've been to the point above before, because that's not in dark blue, that's in lighter blue, so probably has to do with these pods in some shape or form. No. That wasn't the way to do it. That's going to carry me back to the area I've already been in before. Okay. Let's see here. I think I'm missing something. What am I missing here? What am I not doing that I should be? Clearly I've missed something here, somewhere. What is it? Let's go back to the left. Okay. Okay, it must be here. Uh-huh. No. Okay. Where is it? Yeah, I don't think it's here. I think it's gotta be here. There's some trick to this. Maybe I can use Risky's hat to do it? Oh, that almost worked. Try that again. Oh, so close. Just a little bit off. Oh. If I can come in above it. Yeah, okay, that's it. I gotta come in above it. That's the only way to do it. Alright. Trial and error, people. Trial and error. That completion percentage has not gone up for a little bit, but I think that's about to change. Alright. Alright, this should get us to where we want to be, I think. I hope. Yeah, okay. I think. I'm gonna give it a shot. This looks better. Yeah, I think I'm on the right track now. Oh, definitely. Now I can go up. That's what I've been looking to do. Right, these Mega Man style platforms. Oh yeah, this is one of those switch puzzles. Gotta use Risky's pistol for this. Whoops. There we go. Take those heart squids and melt them down. Oh yeah, hey Chris, how's it going? Yeah, late start because I was watching UFC on ESPN Plus. If you just tuned in, you probably didn't hear me say that earlier. I just decided I was gonna watch fights and stream after the fights were over instead of streaming at the usual time, so I apologize to any viewers who were expecting me at the usual 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 Central start time, and I did not do that tonight. Should be back on the normal schedule next week, though. So, how's your evening progressing, my dude? I'm happy that you got a raise. That was some very pleasant news to hear. Much deserved. Well earned. Let's see. Oh, I think I shoot this platform and then it opens up that other platform. Oh, Kansas lost. Hey, I'm happy to hear that too. No love lost for Kansas in this hood. Ah, there we go. And that zings me all the way around to the other side. Oh, that puts me back where I was before. Alright, let's go all the way around again. Shoot this one. And try that again. Of course, it's one thing to be happy that Kansas lost, but it's another thing that Iowa State lost, which was a major bummer. But what can you do? There we go. And I see the next switch I need to activate. There will be plenty of overtime at the new wage. Well, that's awesome. If you have to work extra, you might as well be getting paid extra. Oh, no, it's not going to let me through that until I find a key. Probably going to have to fight a mini-boss for it if I remember this particular portion of the game. which would also explain why I just got a save point. So since you've tuned in a little after I started, Chris, I'll reiterate what I was saying earlier about my interesting day. I got my AV modded Atari 7800 back. The picture and the sound are both beautiful now. I also had the caps replaced on it, so definitely working much better. Also had the power button replaced on it, so it's not finicky now when I turn it on and off. Overall, a very welcome improvement. Definitely makes my Atari 7800 from the delightful console that it was before, but it was kind of a old car that was starting to get a little rusty, if you know what I'm saying. Now it's been cleaned up, tuned up, and modded so that it looks beautiful. It's like new tires, new paint, new parts in the engine. It's good to go. Not too hopeful for Iowa's chances tomorrow. Fran needs to earn his raise. Well, I'll be cheering for the Hawkeyes. You know me, dude. As long as our two teams aren't playing each other, I will pull for Iowa. That's never been a problem for me. And of course, the Iowa State women are still in the hunt, so I'm keeping my hopes up for them as well. Hopefully, our teams will continue to progress into the madness that is March. Oh. Somehow I ended up back in the part of the map that I was in before, without intending to. Thought this looked too familiar. So, gonna have to work my way back down and back over to the left again. Unless... Nope. Thought maybe there was a trick for that, but doesn't appear to be. Oh, I gotta scroll my chat window down a little so I can read it. Let's see. I thought you had a 7800, dude. Didn't you... Have you just been using a 2600 the whole time? Too bad Drake lost. Would love to have seen Drake at Ice Tourney. Yeah, that kind of tripped me out, the fact that Iowa State got to play their women's game at home in Hilton. I was not expecting that, but I guess that's just the way the brackets worked out this year. Alright, let's just save again before I go back over to the other side. Never had a 7800. I don't know why I got the idea that you did. My bad, dude. But yeah, considering it's the best of both worlds, Atari 2600 and Atari 7800 games, it is my go-to choice for playing 2600 games, especially since I have the European-style Atari 7800 joypad, so I can truly enjoy playing those with an NES-style controller and not the ridiculous joystick they sold with the system. Well, there's another switch I can activate. Was that the third one? Is that all of them? If so, then the fan should be running, which would enable me to rise all the way to the top and fight the boss. But before I do that, let's explore a little more, just in case. What else can I do here? Come on, Shantae, whip that bass. Whip it good. Would a 3-button Genesis work on there like it does a 2600? Nope, I'm afraid not. That is one of the downsides of the 7800, is only an actual 7800 controller will recognize the second button input. If you use the Genesis controller, all of the button inputs just amount to the fire button. None of them are pinned correctly to recognize the second button. Now, there are some people who mod NES controllers to function like Atari 7800 controllers. I did have one modded for me out of curiosity because I had so many spare NES controllers, and you can make a NES controller work in that way if you get it correctly modified. Ouch. Hey, Krusty Dusty. Good to see you here tonight. As I was just telling Chris, I started a little later than usual because I was watching fights, but thanks for tuning in. I'm glad you're here. We were also rapping about the NCAA tournament, the men's and the women's basketball teams. Anybody you're pulling for, Krusty? Any alma mater or particular team? Yep, getting the right pinouts is the key. I suppose you could mod a Sega Genesis controller to work as a 7800 2-button controller as well, but the NES controller seems like a more natural option to mod just because it's 2 buttons to begin with. And then with a Genesis controller, you've got to figure out which one of the 3 buttons do you want to be the 7800 second button. So why even have to make that decision and then take a Genesis controller out of service, so to speak, if you know what I'm saying. For me, I would rather just keep a perfectly good Genesis controller as is instead of sacrificing one to that cause. Yep, Shantae games are always fun. Just a shame that they're also so highly priced as collectibles, because there are some Shantae games that I will probably never get to play in anything other than emulation. For example, the one that came out for Game Boy Color, forget about it. I am never going to be able to afford a copy of that. If I get stupid lucky someday and find one in a pawn or a thrift store, maybe, but on the open market, it's way too expensive. I'm not into sports too much. I'm into racing. Motocross, Supercross, F1 road race. Well, that's no problem. If you don't like college basketball, I don't blame you. It's an acquired taste sometimes, just like any sport is. The first one, right? Yep, the very first Shantae. The one that made Way Forward the highly sought-after developer that they are now known to be. Ah, treasure. That would be the key I need to activate that other switch that I wasn't able to get to. So that should enable me to turn on the fan and go up to fight the boss. Oh yeah, I already turned this switch on, so I think I gotta drop back down for that other switch. Right? It was it in the middle? Oh, Spelunky, I've got it on the PS4. Haven't spent too much time with it, but I do have it. If the AAF puts a football team in Des Moines, Omaha, or Lincoln. Hey, if they put it in Omaha, I'll definitely check out a game. Yeah, I can see the similarities. I've watched other people play Spelunky on live streams. It's just, for whatever reason, I haven't actually got around to doing much with it myself. Like, I downloaded it and tried it out and then just never really followed up on it for whatever reason. Not because I didn't think it was fun, but I just haven't gotten back to it. I've seen some speedruns of Spelunky that were pretty freaking incredible. Some people who really knew how to manipulate certain random events and chain them together with certain items. I'm probably doing a piss poor job of explaining that, but I'm just saying I've seen some very impressive speedruns of Spelunky. Now, where was that other switch? I should have, like, marked it on the map so I remembered where it was. I just know there was a locked door that I needed a key for. Maybe it was down here. Oh, speaking of NFL Blitz, I picked up NFL Blitz Pro for the GameCube today. I found a very nice copy of it, complete in box, at CD Trade Post, and they were having 10% off on all of their video games, so it was literally too good of a deal to pass up. I was hoping that third switch was here, but I don't think it is. I think it must be back over on the other side. I really enjoyed what the back cover of NFL Blitz Pro had to say, hyping up the game in its GameCube iteration. It was like, if you think you know NFL Blitz, you ain't seen nothing yet. That's got me hyped to play it. Haven't had a chance to test it yet. The only game that I was able to test so far today with everything I had going on was the wonderful 101 for Wii U. And happily that one worked just fine. Got to find that third switch again. Yeah, GameCube games do work on all versions of the Wii. Even the painful version that comes in the red color. Not that I don't like alternate colors on the console, but that is a really stripped down version of the Wii. They took a whole bunch of things out of it, aside from, of course, the GameCube support. There we go. Now I can activate that third switch. Wow. Way Forward does such a nice job with the sound effects. And now that it's active, all I have to do is use Risky's hat, and the fan will carry me up, up, up. I can even stop to collect these pots on the way with no fear of being knocked back down, because the fan will still carry me up, up, up. I can even check for things I haven't collected on the map. Like there's a square over there on the left, and I think it's a heart squid. Oh, you have the full feature red Wii that came with the Mario Brothers Wii. Okay, yeah, that's good. That is the much preferable version. So anyway, I do really need to get back to Spelunky at some point. Too bad it's not a limited run games release, or I could stream it. At least I don't think it was. You know what? Let me look that up real quick. My fingers need a break for a second. I'm gonna take a look here. Spelunky. If it was, and I have it, then I could do it for a stream on a Saturday night. Limited run number 220. When was it released? Doesn't say how long ago it was released. Let me check my collection list real quick. Tab over out of the YouTube chat for just 1 second, guys. I apologize. Look at my PS4 list. Which I haven't updated since February 28th. LMNOPQRS. Oh, okay. So, I've obviously only played the digital version, and that's why my memories of it aren't super strong, but I did place an order for the physical back on February 8th, which would explain why I haven't updated my PS4 list for a while. So, Krusty, I'll tell you what. When they finally get around to shipping Spelunky, I will break it open, I will take it out of the shrink wrap, I will put it in the PS4 and delete my digital version and play the physical version, and then we will have an LRG Saturday night with my physical copy of Spelunky, and I will give it a proper playthrough at that point. Does that sound like a deal? It's a deal as far as I'm concerned. Spelunky is on the to-do list as soon as it comes in. But now back to the Shantae and the Pirate's Curse stream, already in progress. Let's jump up here and see if I can go get a heart squid. I would bet my bottom dollar that it's over here somewhere. If I drop down and surf to the right, I bet I'm gonna find a heart squid. Bingo! Gotta love those heart squids for the health benefits they offer. Now if I can just catch this platform, I don't even have to wait for it to come over, I can just sail. Just have to watch out for the ceiling tiles here. And take the fan. Looks like I'll need to collect another key before the final boss. Oh, mini boss time. Come on down here, guys. Let's fight. Come on. Spawn more enemies. I know that's how this works. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's refill the health a little. Which one do I want to use? Lobster tail sounds good. And more bats. Doggone bats. Is that enough enemies? Yes, finally, I've unlocked it. Alright, this breeze should carry me up. And that should be the key. Yes, indeed. Use it to open the locked door. Use it to open a locked door. Use it to a door unlock. Use it to unlock. Use it on a door. Use it on a jar. Use it from here. Use it from afar. Use it here. Use it there. Shantae can use it anywhere. Just call me Dr. Ted Geisweit. I will use it with a fox. I will use it on a box. I will use it with a jar. I will use it here and far. I will avoid the fire-spitting beasts and the spiky walls that will make me rest in peace. Whoa! I hope there's a save point up here somewhere. Come on, Shantae, catch that breeze from the West Indies. Come on, come on. Do I have to jump to catch it? Maybe I do. Alright. Jump. There we go. Good, a save point. That's also how you know there's definitely going to be a boss fight very, very soon. And there it is. So, let me get the super pike ball going.
Super pike ball.
I have a feeling I'll need it. Oh, yes. Hope you don't have arachnophobia. If you do, this will be fun. Oh! Ouch! I thought I could hover in the air long enough to avoid the flames, but seems that didn't work. And my super pike ball just ran out. Do I have a regular one? I'll take it. It's better than nothing. Increase your attack temporarily. I'll take that. Well, there. I was actually able to avoid it that time. I wish this spider had a health bar so I could see how much more it's gonna take. Ah. Ow! I better eat some meat. That helps. Ah, pest control, a trophy. I'll take that. Obviously for killing a maximum amount of spiders. Chat has gotten quiet. They must be really intensely into this boss fight right now. Which is fine, because I certainly am. I've definitely gotten better at dodging the fire. But not the spiders. Yay! I did it! Unless that's only the first form. Nope. Arachnophobia trophy. How appropriate. I just made that joke earlier. And the Tinkerbat flees, but leaves behind a map. Tan Line Island map. Oh, he's intensely into a roast beef and go back to Risky Boots. And give her the map so we can go explore new areas. But first, a much needed game save. Let's see how much my progress has increased. Isn't it going to show me anywhere here? No. I guess that you can only see how much progress you've made from the loading screen at the start. You can't check the percentages while you're in the middle of the game, which is a shame. Alright, dude, give me a ride back to the other side. Hate to say it, but you can kind of just skip the zombos once you have Risky's hat. You can just sail over their heads. Hey, Risky, what's up? I found another island map and your hat. I thought you'd be excited. I've been thinking about my men and the curse that controls them. We all sailed together under the Pirate Master's command. The Pirate Master is clever. He'd expect me to go after my pistol and hat. That's why he brought them here, to infuse them with his evil. He's been using the weapons to lure me in. He plans to trigger the curse and put me back under his control. I can't believe I fell for such an obvious ruse. Is that why you won't come with me? Because you're under the same curse as your men? I'm not afraid of him. I didn't say you were. I despise him. I'd like to see him return just so I could crush him myself. I didn't mean to get you all worked up. But hey, at least we're finally talking, right? It's good to get these things off your chest. I'll wait for you on board. You gave the tan line map. And a new area is unlocked. Let's see how I did in this area. I've got 4 of the 5 squid hearts and 1 of 3 cackle bats. But then some of those squid hearts and cackle bats you can't get until you unlock all of Shantae's abilities. Like on Saliva Island, there's definitely 1 of each that I can't get to yet. And in Scuttletown, I definitely know there's 1 way out there that I can't get until I have the Risky's boots and Risky's hat and Risky's cannon, because you have to combine all 3 together to traverse a very wide chasm. So now I'm going to go back to Scuttletown and get some much needed upgrades, like melting down the squid hearts to add to my life bar. Melt them down. Yes, please. Crushed. I probably don't have enough to do it twice, but let's just make sure. Yep, I need at least 3, if not 4 more hearts then. Let's see what upgrades I can buy. Let's go with upgrading the hair. And nope, I want to make another upgrade. Oh, no, I don't have enough money for any other upgrades. I thought maybe I had enough for the pistol tune-up or the silky cream, but it appears I do not. So I'll have to just pick up some more money before I can do that. Damn, ever since Chris mentioned a Swiss and roast beef wrap, I got the munchies now. But I don't want to eat while I'm streaming. I don't want to be rude. But it also makes me wonder how much longer I want to stream before I just cave into hunger. Well, I should save while I'm here. And then maybe go do a little bit of Tan Line Island before I call it an evening. Since I just unlocked that area of the map, why not go explore it for a little bit? According to the map, this is Tan Line Island. It's hot! Don't let the immense heat distract you. There's a den of evil here. Find it and destroy it without delay. I'll go have a look-see. You just leave everything to me. And if you feel cursed, lie back and put a damp towel over your forehead. Where does she get the energy to be so disgustingly happy all the time?
Let's go.
Ba-da-dum. I remember a week or two ago, maybe less, maybe slightly more, I was watching a live stream late at night by one of the YouTubers I'm subscribed to named Frame Raider. And he reached a point where he was like, I'm starving. I'm going to take a break to get some yogurt. And I was like, dude, I respect the heck out of that, but I'm going to bed. He's like, oh, I'll be back in just a little bit. I'm like, nah, dude, with my CPAP machine, I need to get 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night. So if you're taking a break, so am I. I'll watch the rest on replay later. He was playing Duke Nukem 3D for Sega Genesis. Yes, that actually exists. Tectoy in Brazil made a conversion of it. It's not perfect, it's pretty rough, but the fact that it even exists, well, you just have to compliment the chutzpah of them trying to bring that onto a Sega Genesis. That is a bit crush of epic proportions, if you ask me. Now, this area, I think if you are a very careful speedrunner, you could pull it off, but you really need risky boots to be able to do it properly. So, not going to attempt that one now, because I attempted that one plenty enough times on the Wii U with no luck, so I already know better. Dang, I lost a lot of health doing that. But there's a heart. That helps. Alright, save my progress, old man. I'm starting to wonder if Krusty went to sleep. I know Chris was enjoying a garlic and Swiss beef wrap, so I know why he went AFK. Hey, Squid Baron, what are you doing here of all places? My vacation is ruined. Oh, right. I came here expecting to relax in the surf, to feel the ocean breeze on my face, and watch with feigned disinterest as nearby beach bunnies apply copious handfuls of sunscreen to each other's bodies in order to be practical and sun-safe. Sigh. From UV rays. Okay. Tectoy did pull off a respectable Street Fighter on the Master System. Yeah, I would call it respectable. In fact, a lot of the things they put on the Master System were quite technically impressive, considering that's not just going down to 16 but to 8 bits. I don't know if this is the off-season. The only sights at this time of year are the Elder Beings and Scorpion Folk. I give up. I'll be purchasing a lavish home nearby with amazing square footage and gravel landscaping at this rate. I won't let you do that. Buck up. There's still something amazing out there waiting for you. Something cliche like a lonely lady squid. Maybe you're right. I'm not going to stick around then. Take these X-ray specs. I won't be needing them apparently. Use them to see through things if it pleases you. You know what? That's an item that requires some backtracking. So I think that might be a good time to save and call it a night for the stream. Mortal Kombat, not so respectable. Yeah, well, you can't win them all, right? But anyway, that's an hour stream for tonight. Unlocked a new portion of the map, picked up some more heart squids, upped my completion percentage for Shantae. So guys, thanks for watching. Krusty, Chris, and anybody else who's catching the replay, either in the full-length version or segmented chapters. This is Mr. MegaManFan saying thank you and good night.